Your pattern is only as good as the colors you pick, and many beginners pick them wrong. I'll show you how to build a palette that actually works together, so let's get into it. So I've created a new canvas in Procreate, and the dimensions are 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels at 300 dpi. Let's first open up the colors panel. We simply do that by tapping on the colored circle in the top right corner of Procreate, and this will show you a list of all the color palettes that you have imported or created yourself in Procreate. Now, in order to create a new color palette, there are various ways of doing that. We tap in this plus icon in the top right corner here, and it will give you instructions of how you can actually create color palettes. At the bottom, we have new from photos, so you can select a photo in your library and Procreate will instantly create a color palette from that, or you can select a file from your iPad, or you can even take your own photo and Procreate will create a palette from that photo. Unfortunately, for those three options, I find the results are less than satisfactory. What happens is you tend to end up with palettes like these. As you can see, it says palette from image. Procreate fills every square with a color swatch. And yes, some of them might be okay, but generally it depends on the photo or the file that you're using. If you have a lot of different colors, your results can be less than ideal, I find. And to be honest, having so many different colors is way too confusing, especially if you are a beginner. If we look at the bottom of the color panel, you can see a range of options. Currently, I have palettes selected, so it is showing me all my various colors in these palettes. I can select value, and this gives me the hue, saturation, and brightness values that you can play around with, or the red, green, and blue values. Or if you actually know a hexadecimal code for a color, you can type it in there. Again, you could spend hours tweaking these, and I think it's probably just way too much at the moment for a beginner. To the left of that, you have harmony. Now, these are various color rules that a lot of professionals go by. If you tap on the word at the top here, you can have all these various color rule options that you could choose from. But again, I find the results from these are not the best, to be honest, so I don't use that. Moving along at the bottom, we have the classic options. So here you can adjust your color by moving it around. So from left to right, you go from desaturated to more saturated colors on the right. So saturated meaning color has a lot more sort of pigment to it. You can go from top to bottom. Top means the lighter the color, bottom means the darker the color. So again, you can adjust it any which way you like here. And at the bottom, you can choose your original color and you can make further adjustments there. Again, I don't find that intuitive. The way I like is by choosing this disc icon at the bottom. When you choose that, Procreate opens up your color swatches in two circles. The outer circle is your hue, basically the colors that you choose. And you can move this circle around and choose your colors. Once you have a color or a hue chosen, the inner circle will show you your saturation levels or your brightness levels of that particular color. Looking at this inner circle, on the right edge of the circle are highly, highly saturated colors. So those colors that have a lot of pigment on them. The left edge of the circle are desaturated colors. So that same color, but it's taken a lot of the color, a lot of the pigment out of it and added a lot more gray. At the top indicates your brightness level, and moving your circle down to the bottom indicates your darkness levels. Now you can see next to my pencil tip, that circle is divided into two. The left side will show you the original color that you chose, and the color to the right will show you the new color that is chosen as you move that circle around the inner circle there. Now, tip for you, you can actually increase the size of that inner circle by swiping out with two fingers. And sometimes having this much larger representation is a lot easier to then move and choose these colors inside. And to return to the previous state, you simply do the opposite action with your two fingers. Now, a suggestion I have for you if you're new to Procreate or you're starting out to create patterns is to limit yourself to 6 colors. Less is more, and that is especially so with colors. And I'm going to show you the way that I generally use to create 6 colors. So using the outer disk, I'm first going to choose my mid-tone color. And I think I'm going to start off with a kind of reddy orange color here. Once I have my color chosen on the outer ring, on the inner ring, I'm going to choose a fairly saturated color. So some point around this area of the inner circle. Don't choose a highly saturated color. Just bring it back a little bit inside. Once I'm happy with that color, I'm going to go to my brush library. I'm going to choose one of the pens. Brushes, I'm going to choose Liffey, and I'm simply going to make a mark, draw a circle on my canvas. That's going to be my base color. Now I want to choose a slightly lighter color. So I'll open up that disk again. I'm just going to move this inner circle slightly up and to the left. So kind of in an arc, up and to the left to give me a slightly lighter color. Paint that color to the left of my base color. And if you think that still looks too close to your original color, then we can move it slightly even more up to the left and simply paint over that. Now I want to come back and choose my original color. When I open up the colors panel, you can see I have a history of all my colors that I have chosen. So I'm simply going to tap on my original color that I chose. I now want to make a slightly darker color. So using that inner circle, I'm going to drag that down and to the right to create a darker color. Don't go all the way down because that will make it probably too dark, but just slightly until you feel it's right. And then color that in on my canvas. So you can see now the colors are starting to appear, and because they're on the same, based off the same original color, they're going to work really well together. Now I'll come back to my colors panel. I'm going to tap and select that original color I chose. What I want to do now is create an opposite color to that. So you see my original color is here. I'm kind of going to choose something directly opposite. So directly opposite would be around about here, that kind of color. I might even drag it a little bit further down to make it not so green. And I can even keep it at that same saturation level, or I can make it slightly desaturated, move it slightly down, maybe even a little bit darker. I'll create that swatch there. So I have 4 main colors that I'll be using. I now want to create 2 neutral colors. So one light neutral color and one dark neutral color. I'll open up the colors panel again. I'll select my original swatch that I created. And what I'm going to do now is simply move this circle on the inside over more towards the white. And if you find you can't see it so well, make that bigger. So I kind of want to be in this area here. This is where my sort of whites, very light colors are going to be. You don't have to create pure white. Just try and move it slightly so that it's got a bit of that original color in it, and color that in there. Again, I'll come back to my original color. This time, I'm going to drag my original hue down a bit towards the darker areas and take that swatch and drag it down until it's quite dark. Gives me that really dark, rich color, and color that in. So that is a color palette that I've created. And I know that these colors will work well together because I've based them off the original color and one opposite color. Let's create another one. This time I might start with some kind of blue. Let's create this kind of, choose this blue color over here. And again, I'll drag it up to be round about there. That looks okay. And I'll create my original swatch. And I want to come back and I want to drag this up and to the left to create a lighter version of that. Color that in to the left here. Select my original color that I created. This time drag it down and to the right and color that in. Now again, if you think that is just not dark enough, then just tweak it a little bit and color over that. Now I want to create the opposite color. So I'll select my original color and I'll kind of come opposite here. So we're looking at kind of the yellows, oranges there. I don't mind that. And even if I keep it at that same saturation level, I think that works quite well. Now let's create a creamy neutral. So I'll select my original color and I'll move it over to this area. So you can see with this, we don't want it to be too white or too blue. That might be okay. So you can see it's giving me more of a cooler neutral white. Now I'm going to select my original color. And again, I'm going to come down and make a darker version of this and add that there. So you can see how well those colors are really working together. Now, if I want to actually create color swatches of these in my panel, I'll tap on palettes again. And at the top here, I'll tap on the plus icon and I'll select create new palette. Now, how do I get these colors to appear in the palette? Well, we can use our eyedropper tool. So you can either use your Apple Pencil or you can use your finger, and you just press and hold on that color until you see this circle appear and let go. That has now placed that color in this top right circle here. Added to the color palette, I simply tap in one of the squares and that color swatch will appear in the square. I'll repeat the process with my lighter color and tap above it, and with my darker color and tap below it. Then I'll tap my opposite color, add that. I'll tap and get my light neutral, then my dark neutral, and add it there. So let's go and do the same process with this color palette that we've created. Tap and hold on the main color, add it to the middle square, select the light color, add it above, darker color, add it below. Then select the opposite color, add it at the top, select the lighter neutral and add it to the palette, and finally the darker neutral and add that to the palette. So you can see that I have actually been creating a lot of these palettes recently. And actually what I've done is taken a pattern from one of my previous videos and used this exact same method to make different color versions. If you want to learn more about turning your doodles into seamless repeat patterns, then these videos will show you how. But remember, have fun and don't sweat the pixels. I'll catch you on the next one.